Good morning. Feel free to comment. Let me know you're here. We'll get started once a couple people jump on. Let me know if you can see me. Hopefully no technical difficulties today. Put it over here. Ooh. Looks like we got two people on. Doesn't really show me who oh, maybe it does. Morning, Stacy. I don't know how to get it to show me. Hi, Joe and Diana. I swear you guys are like the first people on every morning. You guys are committed. Good morning. What have you guys been up to? Hope you guys have been enjoying this time of rest. I've cleaned every single part of my house at this point. Morning, Joy. I do have some music playing. I'm going to try to make it so you can hear it a little bit, but if you can, let me know if it's muffled or anything, and I'll just turn it off. All right. We got 6 people, so I'm going to go ahead and start explaining. If you jump on and you don't catch something, feel free to put it in the comments, and I will keep checking it just to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. So today what we're doing, it's Functional Friday. Happy Friday. I know it doesn't feel like it. I'm like, what day is it? Oh, that's Friday. So today is Functional Friday, which means we're just going to be doing exercises for the most part that mimic things that we do every day. I did tie a couple different ones in so that it might not feel just so like we're doing repetitions. Some of them, if you guys tuned in last Friday with Alex, you might be familiar with. Some of them are the same or just kind of different. And so what we're doing is we're doing 2 circuits. Each have 3 exercises. We're going to do 40 seconds of work and then 20 seconds of rest. I'll probably extend that just a little bit if necessary if we're getting really tired. Because the point today is that I want you guys to work hard. I mean, that 40 seconds is going to get your heart rate up. It's going to get you working. But I also want you to be focusing on the move itself and the form that you should be doing it with. And so I'll give you cues before we get started. I'll probably just sound like a broken record telling you the same thing over and over again. But I really want you guys to focus on what you're supposed to be doing in that exercise. So the first one we're doing, you will need a chair. So if you didn't see that post, if you have a chair, if you don't have a chair, like I'm using a dining room chair, even using like your couch would be fine. A sturdy coffee table, something that you could just sit and put all your weight on that you wouldn't be worried about it breaking. Other than that, we are doing some kind of like plank dips, so we'll be on the ground a little bit. So if you want to grab like a blanket, a towel, or something just to provide extra cushion for your elbows, you're more than welcome to do that. And then just enough space where you can move around. We're going to do a couple moves where we're moving, but we'll start with a warm-up and then I'll go into it. Okay? So let me know if you guys have any questions. I can see the comments over here, and let's go ahead and get started warming up. Oh. All right, make sure you guys can see me all the way. First thing we're going to do is just those windmills. So my feet are out a little wider than my hips, right here. My hands are out, and we're just going to alternate touching our opposite toe. If you can't touch your toe, that's fine. Ankle's fine. Just reach in that direction. Good. Tighten that core. Make sure you're breathing. Comfortable bend in the knee. Good. Couple more right here. I'm gonna try to remember to start my watch today. See about how many calories we burn. I always like to know that. All right, good. We're going into that side stepping lunge. So step and then touch just right near your toe on the ground and switch. So long step to the side, touch the ground, and switch. Remember, try to keep that chest up nice and tall so at least you can see in front of you. Those hips are going back and down. Ooh. Once again, if you guys are doing this workout inside, It's not going to be as high intensity as my last one was, but feel free if you need to open a window or something. I think it's relatively nice outside, just a little chilly, but give you some extra air circulation. You guys are pros at this point. We are at a week and a half of doing these videos, so you guys probably got it down. Good. One more. Meet me in the middle. Next thing we're going to do is just a slow burpee. So I just want you to walk out. So start with a squat, hands on the ground, walk, walk, high plank, walk in, and stand up. That slow. So do a couple of these. Work on tightening that core, squatting before, stepping out, just getting in the pattern of moving before we get started. Good. Wide steps on those feet, so try to bring those feet outside of your hands. Stand right up. Good, couple more. Last one. Good. When you're done with that, wait for everybody. Okay, next thing we're doing, just starting arm circles. Small, forward. I like to keep stepping just because it keeps me moving. A little bigger. Good, all the way. Alternating right and left. Good, backwards, nice and small to start. See what we got over here. Turn the music down. Good, little bigger. And all the way. Now you just hear my shoulder pop. It's terrible. All right. Next thing we're going to do is just a nice slow squat. So feet just a little bit outside your hips, toes slightly pointed out. We're just going to squat down nice and slow, keeping that chest up. That butt goes back and down. We're going to practice these a lot. So just get in the mood of going halfway down. If it feels too much to be parallel to the ground, just go down to where it's comfortable for now. We're really going to practice those in that first circuit. Just nice and slow. Good. Set that right foot out just a little bit wider, so you're in a wider stand. Do a couple more right here. Notice that your knees are going to push out just a little more than they normally would since you have that wider stance. So that's normal. Your toes can be slightly pointed out as well. Good. Still bringing up those hips back and down. All right. Meet me in the middle. Going into a march. Pull that toe up. Use your hands if you want. Good. Drive that knee up. Good, I'm cutting my face off. Good, last thing, butt kick. Pull that heel up towards your glute. I'm gonna start my watch. If any of you guys have a watch, feel free to start it. Let me know how many calories you burned, what your heart rate was. I like to keep track of that kind of stuff. All right, we warm. Keep stepping for me. Get a drink if you need to. But I want you guys to keep moving while I explain. Make sure you guys can see all of me. So I'm gonna go through, get a drink. Like I said, keep stepping, keep moving while I talk to you guys. So first exercise we're gonna do. So like I said, if you just joined in a little late, we're gonna do 2 circuits, 3 exercises each, do a 40 seconds of work with 20 seconds of rest. So it's gonna get a little repetitive since we're doing it for 40 seconds. What I reminded everybody in the beginning was just make sure that you're focusing on the cues and your form more than how many you're getting. I'm gonna say, let's try to get a couple more in, and if you feel like doing it at your pace is better, then that is totally fine with me. I want you guys to do it that way. So you will need a chair. Like I said, your couch will work just fine. I'm gonna go ahead and use a chair. a chair stand is our first exercise. A lot of you guys are probably familiar with exactly what we're going to do because we do it in some of our screenings for adult fitness. But I'm on the edge of my chair. If you're scared that when you stand up and then sit back down, you're going to be looking for it, go to the middle. That'll make you a little more comfortable the first time around. My feet are about a foot away from the front leg of the chair. My chest is up. I want you guys to have your hands right on your shoulders. Keep stepping if you're not stepping. Hands on my shoulders, my core is braced, my chest is up. And then I'm going to wiggle my toes right before I go, just so I know that the pressure's in my heels. And I'm just going to stand up from here. So if you have a chair, do a couple right now with me, just so you get comfortable with it. And like I said, it gets a little scary if you need to look behind to make sure that chair or whatever it is you're using is still there, that's fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to do that 40 seconds of just stand, right back up. Stand, right back up. And try, especially if you're using a couch, we don't want you guys to just sink into the couch or sink into the chair. You should stay upright just like this the entire time. My core should be engaged the entire time, just driving up like that. Okay? So it's going to your quads are definitely going to be sore after the 40 seconds. I promise you that. Even if it seems simple, it's not. But remember, we're focusing on nice, slow. And if it's too easy just to sit down, then just tap your hips onto the chair. Once you feel it, drive back up through your heels. Okay? Next one, you'll want to have that chair a little bit out of the way, so at least have a little room from there. We're going to do trunk rotations with a little bit of a cardio mix to it, because I think we all know I like that. So what we're going to do, you have two options. First option is that I can go 1, 2, stand, touch with my opposite arm, so my left hand touched outside of my right foot. 1, 2, step, just like that. So it kind of looks like that. Just make sure you plant both feet before you tap. I don't care how many steps you do in between. But just like that. Your other option to make it a little more difficult is that I want you guys to tap and then bring that elbow to the knee. Over, over, over. Tap. Just like that. Okay? And so we have 40 seconds. I'll try to tell you guys halfway so that you can change in between. If I don't, just forgive me because sometimes I forget. And then the last one, we're going to be on the floor. We're going to do plank dips. There's two options if you need to modify this. First option is I'm on my hands and knees like this, and I'm tapping my hip to the ground, coming right back to the middle, tapping the other side. If that's too hard, being in a plank position, you can also do it from your knees, just making sure you're bracing your core. If that's too much for you, come on the ground, just like this, and just do a penguin. And so making sure your shoulder blades are off the mat. But that's it. So we're doing 40 seconds on with 20-second rest in between. And then we're going to try to do it 3 times. So I'm going to try to give you guys a longer rest after the first time, and then we'll do it another time, and then we'll see if we have time. See if I can see everybody. Okay, perfect. Are we ready? You guys excited? I'm sweating already. All right, last call to get a drink of water. Catch your breath if you've been stepping like you were supposed to. All right, are you ready? We're going to do 40 seconds of chair stands. So get on your chair, get yourself set up, chest is up, hands are up on our shoulders. 40 seconds, okay? 3, and 2, and 1. Let's go. Good, I'm driving my hips all the way up so that I'm straight. See if I can turn. So this first round is going to be practice. After you guys get the hang of it, that second round I want you to count. Third round, I want you to beat your second count, okay? Good. Drive up through those heels. You should be able to wiggle your toes the whole time. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Good, you got 20 seconds. If that was easy that time, then let's make sure and just tap. So don't sit all the way down onto the chair, just tap it with your hips, and then drive right back up. Got 5 seconds, we're going into trunk rotation. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So step, step, plant, tap. Stay low. So it's just kind of like we did those side lunges. except for you're tapping outside of your foot. If you're ready to change it up, drive. Oh gosh, you guys can't see my face. There we go. Good. Drive opposite arm, opposite leg. Good, get a little movement in between. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Over those plank dips, so let's get on the ground. Remember, you need to modify on your back, or we can do it on our knees. Got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Up on our elbows and our toes. Just dipping to the side. Good. Good. 40 seconds of these is going to be tough. Just keep squeezing the core. If you need to rest, rest up here, okay? Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. I'm going to give you guys a little extra rest. So right back to it. Chair stands, back to the rotation, back to the plank dips. Choose what's more difficult for you. If these chair stands are just too easy for you, here's your option. We can add in just a regular. So I tap, I up, and I explode, or I come up on my toes, okay? That'll make it a little more difficult, but still, we're driving through our heels. So if you can't do it all, maintaining the right form, then just don't do it. Grab a drink if you need to. We're gonna start again. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Good, drive up through those heels. If you want, toe lift. Good. So really here, the functional part of this is that we're mimicking everyday movements. Oh, I'm supposed to have my hands here. Somebody should have called me out. But we're mimicking everyday movements, and without doing, most of us want to stand up like this, and that's not what we want to do. We want to fully use our legs in the movement. You got 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Right into those rotations. Didn't even do that. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Step, step, tap. Oh, wrong side. There we go. Try to stay low. And if you want, add in that kick. Sorry, I know you guys can't see my head. Working on rotation, nice and slow. If you need to, just step like that. Lower impact here. Good. We got 10 seconds. Good job, guys. We're going to go right into the next one. 3, 2, and 1. 20-second rest. Grab your chair. This is your last time doing this. Got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. So I want you guys, I forgot to tell you guys to count last time. Count here. See how many you can get. I want you guys to let me know how you did when you're done. So this is how we test our members, if you guys haven't done it yet, is that we count, or we time you guys and see how many times you can sit down and stand right back up. And so you're just practicing for your screening if it's coming up. Good job. 10 seconds. Good. My quads are burning. 3, 2, 1. Rest. 20 seconds. Going into those rotations. Really exaggerate the rotating movement this time. So, if you guys want, do the whole thing like this, and just step, rotate. If you want to add in a reach, do that, reach to the side. Just really rotating our core here, rotating our torso. Okay, went too long. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Good. So we're working our abs right here without even getting off the floor. Good. Uh, 10 seconds. Add some pep in your step. Good. 3, 2, last one. Give me one more. Here we go. Rest. All right, last set of those plank dips. Got 10 seconds, so plenty of rest. Plenty of time to rest. Remember, if you guys need to modify, we can do it on our back or our knees. 3, 2, 1, go. Good, I'm pulling my belly button up towards my spine. I'm just tapping the floor with my hip. Coming right back up, nice and slow. This doesn't have to be a fast movement. And if I need to be on my knees, same thing, just going from one side to the other. Good, you guys got less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Whew. Grab a drink. I'm going to go ahead and start explaining the other one after I grab a drink. Whew. But don't cool down. Keep stepping after you get a drink. So, next one, same format, different exercises. Here's what we're doing for the first one. So another common exercise, you guys actually did the same thing, just with both legs with Alex. So a deadlift, just a straight leg deadlift where you guys came down until you felt that stretch and then came right back up. We're basically going to mimic the same thing, but with one leg. You can bend it a little more here because you're going to need to. What we're doing is, same thing, pinch those shoulder blades together so our chest stays up, our core is tight, comfortable bending that leg. We're going to come down to touch the ground just like this, and then come up and drive our knee. If you guys need to grab onto something, you can use even that chair or a wall. If you guys need just a little bit of extra balance. The trick here though, is I know some of you are probably capable of coming down like this with your foot up in the air, but I don't want that. I want it to stay in contact with the floor the entire time. So if you need to, you can go on some hardwood floor with a towel or your socks. If you can, just slide on like a carpet or a rug. It doesn't have to slide, but it should stay, your toe should stay in contact with the mat. So what it's going to look like is that I come down and tap, and I drive that foot up. And we're staying on one leg, just like this, at 20 seconds. We'll switch, do the other leg. Okay? If that knee drive is too much and you're losing your balance, go down, come up, drive up. Come down. And so we're really focusing on that hip hinge here. You're going to have a little more knee bend than you do when we did these, and that's okay. Next thing we're going to do is a renegade row. So we're back on the floor, this time on our hands. So you can be on your toes or on your knees. Usually we do these with dumbbells. And so some of you guys who do boot camp might be familiar with where we come up and do a plank and you row like this. Well, most of us don't have dumbbells or anything. If you want to grab something heavy, you're more than welcome to. Toes are quick. But how we're going to do this, we're going to come up into a plank. My right hand's going to come up, touch right underneath my armpit, and come right back down. Okay, so I'm still driving my elbow up. I can do the same thing on my knee. Still driving my elbow up and getting that squeezing motion. So we're pulling something, but really we're just pulling gravity because we don't have dumbbells. And then the last thing is a push-up. For this push-up, if you want to grab your chair, I'll show you what that looks like. You can do a elevated push-up. This takes a little more strain off of the rest of your body makes it a little easier. So we can do a push-up just like this. We can go onto our knees, do it on the ground, just like that. And then we can do a regular push-up, of course. But we are doing 40 seconds, so do what you need to. Once again, my spiel, do it correctly. So if you see me and I'm doing it really fast, then do it at your pace. So everybody's gonna be a little different here. So we'll get started, 3 rounds. This time, we're just gonna keep going. I know you guys can do it. If you need to rest, but we're gonna try to push you a little bit. Ready? Any questions? 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Right into that right leg. Drive that knee up. Good. So I can use this if I need to. Just showing you guys for example. Keep going. Oh, I put it on the wrong side. But that way, if I come up, I'm right here. And so we're working on your balance here. 3, 2, 1, we switch, other leg. Whew. Good. Drive that knee up. My foot stays in contact with the floor. Good. Tight core. That's going to help with your balance. 3, 2, 1, rest. Got 20 seconds. Getting into that renegade row. All right. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. So if this is too hard, first of all, adjust where your feet are. If I'm here, it's easier for me to keep my balance. Otherwise, if this is too difficult, just tap that opposite shoulder. But otherwise, we want to try to drive that elbow up toward the ceiling, like we're pulling something up. We're squeezing those muscles that we would use if there was a dumbbell in our hands. Good. Got 10 seconds left. Big squeeze at the top. The heel of my hand's touching right underneath my armpit. 3, 2, 1, rest. Ooh, those will get you. Okay, push-ups are next. You could even use a wall for a push-up if you need to. Just kind of slant yourself, or a table. Anything that gives you a little bit of incline will work perfectly fine. So 40 seconds. Do what you can for 40 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Tighten up that core. Rest if you need. They're more than halfway there. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, rest. Whew. Shake it out. All right, we're going right back into those single leg deadlifts. Once again, my opposite hand is touching right next to my foot. Ooh, if I can get my balance. There we go. So my opposite foot, my knee is bent just a little bit. As you can see, it's almost like a runner start, kind of like that. Then we come up and drive. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Right leg only right now. Good. Challenge yourself to do this slow enough where you can keep your balance. Good. In 3 seconds, we'll switch. 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Opposite hand goes down. Opposite foot goes back. See, this one, I can feel where my balance is not as good on this leg. And so I'm really going to bend that knee, tighten my core, and try to keep my balance. It doesn't matter how many repetitions I do. If I don't do them correctly, they don't really count. 3, 2, 1, rest. Shake it out. All right, right back to those renegade rows. 3, 2, my knees if I need to, and I'm just touching the heel of my palm right underneath my elbow. Good. So it should look like this as you drive up. You should be able to see your elbow up in the air behind you. You shouldn't, but if you had a mirror, you could. Good, you're more than halfway there. Ten seconds. Good, 3, 2, 1, rest. Run into push-ups. Whew. I'm sweating. Okay. Push-ups at your own pace. Make them good. Make them count. 3, 2, 1, go. Pressing through the floor. My elbows are going back behind me, not out. My hands are right underneath my shoulders. Still bracing the core. Good, you're more than halfway there. Push through it, push through. Couple more. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right. Okay. So, how are we doing? All right, I'm gonna do one more round, just because we did 3 the first one, but we're gonna do it really quickly, right into it one after the other, just a little bit of rest in between, and then we'll cool down. So if you guys are just hanging on, I see it's 8 o'clock, so stay with us if you want, otherwise just start cooling down slow, okay? We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Right leg, and drive that knee. Good. Focus, nice and slow. They say if you focus on like one spot on the floor, helps with balance. Switch, other leg. I've never had that. I just have to like zone off into another world for me to have good balance, I think. Good, drive that knee. Your core is still tight. We're not slacking on our core strength here. 3, 2, 1. Good, short rest. Right into those renegade rows. Ooh, I'm out of breath. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Knees or toes, and let's go. Try to challenge yourself here. If you did those other ones on your knees and they felt, kind of easy, do a couple on your toes. At least show yourself that you're capable of it. And then if you need to, go back down for the rest. We're halfway there, so now's a good time. Come up on those toes. Breathe, don't hold your breath. You got 10 seconds. Pull that belly button in towards your spine. 3, 2, 1, rest. Last one, push-ups. I'm gonna do mine on a chair just to show you guys kind of what I was talking about. 40 seconds. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. I'm driving my weight through the palm of my hand, kind of like more the heel of my hand in this position. 10 seconds. This is your last exercise. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo. Grab a drink. We're going to cool it down. Oh, my arms feel like noodles. Oh, okay, don't sit down. I'm just checking to see. All right, grab a drink if you need it. Good. Let's start cooling down. First things first, let's over to the side. I really miss adult fitness and seeing all you guys, but it's been nice to see Switch. A lot of you guys jumping on here and communicating with us. Good. Bring that arm over to the side. Pull it towards you. I would recommend, I've been doing it and I'm really bad about it usually. Throughout the day, especially if you're working from home, I just like been getting up and like doing a couple stretches here and there. I tried to get into some yoga. Switch. I'm not terribly great at yoga, but I feel like it's been really nice. Just a good like a good break from whatever it is I'm working on. Just stop, stretch a little bit. Your muscles are gonna get tight, especially if you're sitting around over and behind. Luckily, the past couple days here at least have been really nice weather-wise, so we've been getting out of the house and walking. And so even if it's a few blocks every now and then, just get out there, switch. Get out there and move your body. It helps. Yesterday I was in such a funk and just feeling stressed and overwhelmed, and we went and took them for a walk, and it helped. It was nice. Good. We're going to pull our shoulder blades apart. So if you can, hold on to your hands and just pull till it's a comfortable stretch. Good. Open up that chest. Pull your thumbs towards each other. Can't see my thumbs right there. Try to pull them together until you stretch, or until you feel that stretch in your chest. All right, good. Find something if you need to, or just find your balance. We're gonna pull our toe up. Try to squeeze those knees together, or at least point that knee down toward the floor, so you're doing that stretch correctly. We don't want to be all the way out here. We want to be right there. Good. Switch. I have been doing, I think I said this last week, but we're going to try to do some videos on here, but in the meantime, I know like Beachbody and Peloton and like Les Mills and even some Y's. Go ahead and, sorry, I can't do two things at once. Bring that toe up, heel on the floor, and just sink into it until you feel that stretch in that right side hamstring. But I know like RY and Matt Toon is posting videos. Everybody's trying to get some content out there for you guys. Just try to do something. Good. Switch. Make sure we're drinking plenty of water today after that workout. Do something fun this weekend. Get out of the house. And then join us back on Monday for another workout. But that's all. Whew. Good. If you guys need to cool down anymore, keep doing it until your heart rate comes down. I did go a little over, so I apologize. But thank you for tuning in. Please comment on the video. Let us know what you like, what you want from us. We love all the feedback. All right. Have a good day and have a good weekend, guys. Happy Friday.